ISTQB Foundation Level Question 91. One of the principles of testing states that exhaustive testing is impossible. Which of the following is an example of addressing this principle in practice? A. Creating test cases that cover every possible specified output. B. Documenting all possible test input variations and prioritizing these based on importance. C. Starting testing as early as possible with reviews and other static testing approaches. D. Using equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis to generate test cases. Take a moment to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to don't miss new ISTQB questions and answers that will help you guaranteed enhancing your skills. Join us on this learning journey. If you find value in that I do and my videos help you, then you have the option to donate through the links in the video description to I can release new videos on ISTQB questions on a regular basis. Correct answer is D, according to ISTQB Syllabus. The exhaustive testing is impossible principle is concerned with the fact that it is not feasible to test every possible variation of test inputs in all different circumstances, except in trivial cases. Instead, testing utilizes test techniques, test cases prioritization, and risk-based testing to sample from the set of possibilities and focus testing efforts. The use of equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis to generate test cases is one way to address the principle, as these test techniques provide a systematic way to derive a finite subset of all possible test cases. All the rest of the answers are wrong. Answer A is invalid because the principle states that it is not feasible to test everything except in trivial cases. Testing everything would require testing every possible variation of test inputs in all different circumstances, which is generally infeasible as there will be a practically infinite number. Testing every possible specified output will not address this problem, as the relationship between inputs and specified outputs can be different for each test object. Sometimes there may be a practically infinite number of possible specified outputs, e.g., then there are several variables representing real numbers. Whereas at other times there may be just two specified outputs, such as with a single variable that can be either true or false. Answer B is invalid because the principle states that it is not feasible to test every possible variation of test inputs in all different circumstances. This is because for non-trivial systems, there is a practically infinite number. Therefore, in practice, documenting all possible test inputs variations would be impractical, as it would take an infinite length of time. Answer C is invalid because starting testing as early as possible with reviews and other static testing approaches will not address the problem of there being too many possible test cases. The early testing saves time and money principle is concerned with fixing defects early on to prevent the occurrence of subsequent defects in derived work products, thereby reducing costs and the likelihood of failures. Explanation. Finally, let's look at the section 1.3 testing principles in the ISTQB syllabus, where we can see that the testing principles 2 is exhaustive testing is impossible. I suggest you figure it out on your own. Last but not least, as you might have already guessed, looking at your titanic efforts, diligence, and perseverance, I expect a gigantic progress from you, so I look forward to your success, which might happen overnight. Never give up.